Cowboys taking on Washington. Game is at noon. You can listen to it here on your South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys on a Sunday. Let's talk about it with Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Stephen, trust you had a good New Year's holiday. You get ready for the final week of the season. How's everything going in your world?
Everything's good. Happy New Year's to you guys. Hope you had a wonderful holiday, and obviously a difficult time right now in Cowboy land, just because obviously we have higher expectations than this. But overall, we're ready to get back to work.
When you talk about not meeting the expectations, the fact that we know Sunday is the last game of the year because there are no playoffs. How quickly do you guys as a front office put this season to bed and start working on next year?
Almost the second it's over. Obviously the future creeps into what we're about, and even now that we know we're eliminated. So, there's some internal disputes with Jerry and myself, but our focus is on trying to finish strong, go beat the Commanders, and go from there.
One of the biggest questions that's going to start immediately for the Dallas Cowboys is the future of Mike McCarthy and that staff with this organization. He actually was a little reflective on that today, talk about getting to the stadium earlier. And, how soon do you think a decision will be made by you and Jerry and announced to the public?
Well, we just, like I said, we've been so focused on this season. We hadn't really even thought about it in terms of timing. Obviously, Mike and McCarthy and his staff, between Zimmer and Bones and that whole crew, have done a hell of a job for us. And, obviously we'll really sit down and go over that. But, in terms of, starting to set up time schedules and those type of things in terms of when we'll make decisions, we haven't gotten to that point.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz. Going in to the regular season finale, you're starting to see a lot of other teams that are in playoffs saying, all right, this guy's not going to play, that guy's not going to play. For the Cowboys, do you play some young guys maybe a little bit more in this game because you have been eliminated? Like, would we see Trey Lance play a lot, if not start on Sunday?
Well, those are all things that we're considering as we head toward Sunday. And, a lot of young guys are having to play, not because, we want them to necessarily play, but, we've just had so many injuries this year that a lot of guys, have gotten tapped on the shoulder, if you will, to go in there and get after it. And then, so a lot of our guys are playing a lot, and that's great for all of them. And guys are stepping up and making statements, and all that's a huge positive as we look to the future.
In specifically for a guy like Trey Lance, for me as a fan, I just want to see what he can do. It is, from your owner's box, do you want to see Trey Lance play just to see what he can do, knowing you gave up a 4th-round pick to get him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we gave up a 4th-round pick to have him in there for insurance for Dak in case we didn't get Dak signed. And, he's obviously got a great pedigree being picked in the 1st round, and we've had him here for 2 years. And, we just got to continue to evaluate where he's going to be. He's obviously not going to be a starter for us anytime soon, short of injury. Because we've made a huge commitment to Dak over the next 4 years. So, it is what it is in terms of when you make those moves, and it was very strategic in terms of giving us insurance and protection if for some reason we were unable to get Dak signed. But we still want to see what Trey's all about, and I know Trey's got a bright future in this league. He just, the biggest thing he does need is to play. And, he didn't play a lot in college, and, he hadn't played a lot in the, in the NFL. So, I think his air is still straight up, and he's just got to continue to look for opportunities to get on the field.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Can you give us a little insight in the decision-making process of deciding to release Zeke Elliott?
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where, with the season obviously coming to a close, having a ton of respect for Zeke and what he represents, he wanted an opportunity. There are a couple of teams out there missing, had injuries in the backfield. And, if there were an opportunity for him to get on a playoff team, we wanted to see if that was possible. And we felt like with all he's done for the Cowboys over the years, one of the best running backs to ever wear the star in terms of his career in Dallas, and felt like it was the right thing to do is give him the opportunity to go out and see if there were an opportunity for him to get on a playoff team. Now, in the meantime, obviously Rico's now our number one back, and so it all made sense.
So he actually asked for the release, for the opportunity to maybe land somewhere else.
Yes.
Perfect. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. I know you've got a busy schedule, sir. Appreciate you taking some time. And I know the next couple of weeks, next week's going to be very interesting with all that Cowboy news. Can't wait to talk to you next Thursday.
Always great to be on.
Appreciate it. Stephen Jones here on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. So Zeke did ask for his release. And if you believe them, they haven't even thought about the coaching futures yet. Do you buy that? I don't buy that. Monday is going to be interesting. Monday is going to be very, very interesting.